Hey everyone, I'm Luke from Blister, and today we're talking about the all-new Salomon Stance 96. So the Stance series is a whole new series from Salomon for 2021, and essentially this is their directional all-mountain lineup. They have the QST skis, which are a bit more freeride focused in their words, and then they still have their frontside carvers, but these new Stance skis are essentially filling the void in the middle. So one of the key highlights with all of the Stance skis is their construction. The men's versions use a full poplar wood core, the women's version gets a slightly lighter poplar Karuba core, and both feature 2 sheets of Titanal metal in them. Now the unique thing is that while the bottom sheet is pretty much full edge to edge and all the way through the ski, the top sheet has cutouts basically in front of and behind the bindings that are then filled with Salomon's what they call CFX super fiber. Essentially that's a blend of carbon and flax fiber with the idea that it increases the strength and power and damping of a ski without adding as much weight as, say, a full metal layup. So while these Stance skis don't exactly feature a super traditional construction, their shapes are a bit more traditional. As you can see, not a whole lot of tip taper, not a whole lot of tail taper. The Stance 96 is a bit more tapered than some of its more traditional metal laminate competition, but overall it's not a super tapered ski, especially when you compare it to the QST line of skis. That shape is matched with what I would say a well-matched rocker profile. It's got tip and tail rocker, camber underfoot, but its tip and tail rocker lines are pretty moderate, nothing crazy, and it does have a pretty flat tail that we expect to finish turns pretty powerfully. One surprising thing with this ski is the flex pattern, and we're actually pretty excited about it. It starts off moderately soft in the tips and shovels, and it's a slow and smooth ramp up towards the middle. And then what we really are excited about is the back half of this ski because it's not that much stiffer than the front half. The tail finish is a little bit stronger than the tips, but overall it's still pretty easy to bend. And what we're excited about is skis with what we'd call round flex patterns or somewhat symmetrical flex patterns tend to be pretty intuitive and easy. You don't have a super stiff tail behind you with a really soft shovel. So we're curious to see how the flex pattern of the Stance 96 is gonna kind of impact its on snow performance. In terms of weight, this ski, not super heavy, not super light. Our pair of the 182 centimeter Stance 96 is coming in at an average weight of around 1,975 grams. So there are certainly some other metal skis in this category that are coming in heavier, but this is nowhere near as light as a lot of the kind of playful, easy skis we're seeing in this category. So we expect, especially given that it has 2 layers of Titanal in it, that this ski should do a pretty good job of damping kind of inconsistencies in the snow, but we'll see. Lastly, in terms of mount point, pretty traditional on this ski. Our pair is measuring at -10 centimeters from true center, so pretty far back. We expect it to reward a pretty forward driving stance, but of course that's something we'll be playing around with as we get it on snow, especially given that more symmetrical round flex pattern of the ski. So that's it for the new Stance 96. You can head to blisterreview.com to see our full written first look, which includes all of our measured specs, our rocker profile pictures, our flex pattern numbers, and how the design of the Stance 96 compares to some of the skis that we'll be skiing it against. So head to blisterreview.com and then stay tuned for our full review.